Let's look at the first part of the song. Let me play that a little slower first. Let's figure out that rhythm. These are the rhythms we know. We know ta, we know ti. How about our new rhythm, tika, and rest? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 beats. It happens to be in 2 meter. That means down, up, down, up. Would you conduct with me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to figure out these last 2 beats first. Listen to the rhythm and tell me what these last 2 beats sounded like. We're listening for these last 2 beats. What about those last 2 beats? What are the 2 rhythms they sound like? How about ta, ta? Does that sound right? That's the right answer. Oh yeah, it's ti, ta. Try that again. Ti, ta. Let me write it down. Ti, ta. How about I use this one and this one? Ti, ta. Let's figure out the next 2 beats. And we're trying to figure out these 2 beats. How about these 2? What are those 2 beats? Let's see if it's also ti, ta. But the real answer is, so it's not ti, ta, it's ti. That's right. Would you say that with me? Ti. Let's write it down. Ti. Let's use these 2. Ti, ta. Let's figure out these 2. We're trying to figure out these 2. What were those 2 we're listening for? What are those 2 beats? Is that tika? If it was tika, it'd be, but it's 2 beats long. Okay, how about tika ta? If it was tika ta, and it's not, it's, so it doesn't sound like any tikas. Oh, how about ti again? If that's right, it would be ti. That sounds right. Ti, just like ti, and then ti, ta. Let's write it down. Ti. Let's use these 2. Ti. You ready? From this part. Ready? Read it. Ti, ta. Let's figure out the first 2 beats. We're trying to figure out these 2 beats. What are those first 2 beats? What are they? Yeah, they don't sound like tas. They sound like tikas. How many? Tika. Let's see if that's right. Tika, ta. That sounds right. Let's write it up there. It's tika. So let's use these 2. Ready to read it? Here we go. Tika, ta. Let's read the whole thing with the piano. Read the whole thing with me. Tika, ta. Try that one more time. Tika, ta. But the real song goes like this. It happens twice. What do you think we need to add to this rhythm to make us do it twice? We need to draw a repeat sign. A repeat sign is a double bar line with 2 dots, and it tells you to go back to the beginning. A repeat sign. A repeat sign is a double bar line with 2 dots that tells you to go back and do it again. A repeat sign. Let's read the rhythm at the piano. Let's read the rhythm. Don't forget to repeat. Ready, go. Tika, 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 tika,